Hey, Fun with Tab subscribers. My objective today is I can write a detailed sentence using Van method by looking at 3 clip art images. My rationale is the purpose of the objective is for students to write better and detailed sentences. And my evaluation is I'm going to see if you have written a very detailed sentence. Enjoy the video. Are you my mother? A mother bird sat on her egg. The egg jumped. Oh, hi! This is Fun with Tab. And I'm reading one of my favorite stories, which is called Are You My Mother? And the reason why I'm reading this is because P.D. Eastman wrote this story and to entertain us. And he used a lot of the sentences that I'm teaching you, the subscribers. He has written a whole lot of sentences in this book. And that is a form of communication. So when I am teaching you the types of sentences, I am trying to create future authors that one day will write stories like this. Are you my mother? Because sentences are very important in writing. And knowing the types of sentences there are helps you to become a great writer one day. And today, I want to talk about the verbs and adjectives and nouns that we talked about, and how we can take a picture and create a great sentence. Remember what I told you? A great sentence, has a verb, an adjective, and a noun. And I have 3 pictures that I want to show you. And I want you to think of a great sentence after we find the verb, the adjective, and the noun. So, here's my first picture right here. When you see this picture here, think of a verb, an adjective, and a noun. And before we find the adjective, I always like to do the verb and the noun first, and then find the adjective. What would be a great verb for this picture here? That's right. Climb. He looked like he's climbing something, doesn't he? All right. What would be the nouns in this sentence? Remember, a noun is a person, place, or thing. What would be the nouns in this picture? That's right. A boy is a noun. Are there any other nouns in this picture? That's right. A ladder. So now that we have the verb and the nouns, now we can find the adjective. So what are some adjectives that you can use in this picture that describes the noun? That's right. You can give the ladder a color. So what color would the ladder be? Brown. That's right. So now we know brown is describing the what? The color of the ladder. Very good. So do we have enough information now to write a great sentence? Let's think. How would I write a great sentence for this picture? Great! I heard a subscriber says that a great sentence could be the boy climbed up the brown ladder. Do you like that sentence? That's a great sentence. The boy climbed up the brown ladder. Very good. So now I have another picture that I want to show you. And I want you to think of the verbs, the adjectives, and the nouns. So let's look at the next picture. When you look at this picture, what do you see? What would be a great verb for this picture? That's right. It looked like crash would be a great verb for this picture, wouldn't it? Okay, very good. Okay, what are the nouns in this picture? When you look at this picture, what would be some nouns in this picture? That's right. A car, and what else? A tree. Very good. So are there any more nouns in this picture? No. So we know that car and tree are the nouns in this picture. So now that we found the verb and the nouns, what adjectives can we describe the nouns with? Yes. Blue describes the color of the what? That's right. It describes the color of the car. All right. Are there any other adjectives that we can use? Yes. Great job. Large can describe what? The tree. Very good. So now that we have a verb, an adjective, and a noun, can you think of a great sentence for this picture? Great job. The blue car crashed into the large tree. Excellent. See how we can take a picture and we can create and find our vans, our verbs and adjectives and nouns, and we can write a great sentence. When you look at this picture, what would be the verb? That's right. Chased. Very good. Chased would be a great verb for this picture. What would be the nouns in this picture? That's right. Dog is a noun because it's a thing. And what else? Do you see another noun in this picture? Mailman. Very good. Very good. And so now that we have found the nouns, now we can find the adjective that will describe the noun. All right? So a rule of thumb is you don't have to describe every noun. You can describe one of the nouns. Okay? So there's no rule saying you have to describe every noun. Okay? So when you look at this picture, which noun are you going to describe? Are you going to describe the dog, or are you going to describe the mailman? Or both? Yeah, it's kind of easy to describe the dog. A little bit easier. But you could describe the mailman, but the dog is a lot easier to describe. So what can you say about the dog? That's right. It's gray. So now we've described the color of the dog. Very good. So now that we have a verb, an adjective, and a noun, what would be that great sentence that we can think of? Yay! Great job! The gray dog chased the mailman. Excellent. That would be a great sentence for you young writers to write. If you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope you did, because the whole purpose of this was to create future authors that will write, and write stories and books and poems and lots of things, because you know the 4 types of writing, the 4 types of sentences. Once you learn the 4 types of sentences, you can become a great writer one day.